What's up, guys? This is Blax here for another race in ERO Netherlands, and feeling pretty excited. Definitely think that um, I got something here. I was practicing with the Red Bull though, had to switch to McLaren, and the McLaren just did not feel that great here. It is kind of an understeery car to me versus the Red Bull, which just absolutely glides around this track. And someone like me that probably likes a little bit of just a tiny bit of understeer, it probably definitely does suit my driving style more to have McLaren though than a Red Bull. But Red Bull is just a better car here for me. So as you saw, we go P11, and it is a fully dry race. The Red Bull is just the better car here because of the oversteeriness it has to me. It doesn't feel like it has a bit of oversteer compared to the McLaren, but the McLaren for me is just a very stable car. So, but I also do think I probably made a little bit of a setup, blunder. So I feel like if I can just fix that for the next race, and Imola, I think will be a lot better. So as you can see here, though, we are just not on a good lap. Like I said, the car just does not. I just don't feel like I'm getting anything out of the car. Like, I'm gaining time through sector 2, but I'm not doing what I need to be doing. I'm still in the red, and you can see going through here, we just lose so much time. That clearly we lost so much time through there. I just cannot get these tires to do what I need them to do. As you see, I completely missed the apex. Probably could have been improved, but I just threw it all away. And then going through here, yep, we go wide, so no point. Just, I don't know what it was. The car just did not feel good. I don't think I wore my tires up good enough, or the fronts up good enough, but P13 is going to be P12 because somebody got a 5-place grid penalty. So luckily for us, we aren't in a terrible spot. We can still do something with this, and we're on the faster strat, I would say. So lights out, and we're off, and you see here 2 cars have a little bit of something happen, and we go by them. We look to P10, use a bit of ERS to stay ahead of the Mercedes, and now the Red Bull is kind of going slow. Kind of make me think to go to the outside to see if I can get a run, and you can see here we actually get squeezed off because he has a little bit of a mistake, and we had to run, and he's trying to squeeze us. I don't know if he actually saw us though, but going into this corner, you can see he's still trying to keep it around the outside, which is fair game. But he decides to back out, then tries to cut me under. I decide to move down in front of him and block it so he can't dive it down my inside, as I am trying to keep track position. But as you see here, I absolutely got no turn in the car. I went straight. Just, I don't know what. I think after the patch that released like a day or 2 before this, I just struggling. I just could not get my car to turn. As you see here, yeah. Car, like I said, the car felt good, traction felt good, but we just lost it there on the end, or on the exit. So got wing damage. We're just gonna put the sauce on because I don't want to use any mediums. I want to save those because those are the preferred race tire. So yeah, unfortunate, definitely unfortunate. So gonna fix the car, and we're gonna be off.
Oh yeah, I had to burn my freaking battery because that guy wanted to fight for no reason.
Definitely a little frustrated here. I knew there was I could have been on for a great race, but honestly the setup just definitely felt like it needed a little bit of work. Probably could have did some things. As you see though, we do get a safety car luckily, so we're not out of this. And now on the safety car restart, the Ferrari didn't get going well, but I'm alright with this, honestly. I didn't want to have to use my batteries. You see my teammate was using, so I just let him go. I heard he's fighting for the championship too, so he gives us a little shake to say thanks, and we just say you're welcome and moving on. So anyways, now you can see here we're going to try and get by the Red Bull, but I said it's not worth it. we're on 100% ERS. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably, but I know some also burn the ERS. So we're gonna go buy the Red Bull, and he's actually kind of challenging me. I don't know if he was just fast on the straight or using his battery, but because once he got in the slipstream, it seemed like he was all back on me. So yeah, going up here now, you can see the Williams gets loose. The Red Bull gets a little loose off, and then the Williams got cut off, and now the Red Bull and the Williams are for the fight down into turn one. I elected not to use my battery because it would be no point to. It would really just be a waste of battery because I don't think we're going to get by. And going into turn one, the Red Bull understeers into the Williams, hits the Williams, and we take the spot. So we're up to P16. And then going through into the fast right-hander, the Alpine made a mistake, but I absolutely just missed the apex and hit him, so completely on me. It's my fault. And we have another safety car, and we actually elected to stay out because I felt the tires weren't that bad, so I thought it would just be smart to stay out. And yeah, just get a little track position and see what we can do. Remember PSU F2, our F11, I did the same thing, and it worked out pretty well. So if I could just defend well, I think I'm gonna be in a good spot. But the thing with this setup is I don't feel very fast in a straight. So you can see here the understeer we're getting is just so bad. We're just getting so much understeer. And going into the chicane, I'm trying to fight the Mercedes, but I just gotta let him go because I know I'm just gonna understeer into him. So I'm just letting them go. As you can see, there's a spin in the back. I think that's an Aston. And then going on to the front stretch, you can see the Haas of Clean is going for it, and I'm defending, but I've stopped using my battery because I'm trying to use all my battery. But he goes around the outside, and we have a bit of a snap. And moving on to the end of sector 2, the Alfa Romeo goes for a dive, hits me, and we kind of give it back to him, but the grip ain't there. So there's a virtual safety car now, and I realized very quickly I made the wrong decision to stay out. You know, I have a set of mediums. I can just put them on. It's no biggie. So we elected to go into the pits, and it may be a bit of a loss, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a loss with a VSC. So we elected to pit and put some new mediums on, and that will allow us to push it as fast as we can. We definitely can go to the end of the race, no question. So now we are off, and it's probably going to be around 11 seconds, it seems. We are behind, and now you can see, if you look at the delta, and the virtual safety car is ending, so we have to be careful here. But when you go into braking zones, the time goes down so fast, and I think I gassed it up a bit, and yeah, drive through. So we just elected to go ahead and serve it. No point in trying to go as long as we can. Just serve it, get it over with, and get back at it. And moving on to lap 22, Marco is out of the race, and safety car. So we decided to put the new mids on, and yeah, decided that would be the best thing to do, as there's only 12 laps to go, and mediums are at a perfect spot right now. So just makes the most sense to do. I think my teammate was getting rid of a 5-second penalty, if I'm not mistaken, and that is holding me. But I think I should come ahead of the Alfa Romeos. He's not even into the last corner yet. So yeah, we are going to be P15 as 5 cars have DNF. So it's been kind of a crazy race. I think we've had 3 safety cars. So yeah, it's definitely been one of those races. I lost count of how many safety cars we had, but I think it's been 3. So terrible safety car restart, wasn't really paying attention, and now I'm pretty sure the Ferrari's using battery trying to get by me. You can see he's very fast on the straight, and we outbrake him going into turn 3, pinch him very hard so he can't keep his momentum. And then my teammate gets to a crash with a Mercedes, and he actually got penalized for that, but I can tell you the penalty got removed, or it got dismissed to a no further action and another safety car. So it has our 4th safety car, I believe, so that is definitely not the best, as 14 cars are only left in this race, and that's kind of a lot, or definitely a big impact for starting with 20 in Formula 1 especially. So moving on, we didn't have to use battery. We're in a good spot. You know, we don't have nothing to worry about, so we can kind of save our battery, but the Alpine is on soft, so I'm gonna fight them hard probably, but I'm not gonna fight them too hard. I want to be smart. And you can see I'm using a bit of battery just to make sure I can pull a bit and make sure I can keep a nice gap. And going into the fast right-hander, you can just kind of see the understeer we're getting, just so much of it. Here felt okay, and definitely through here I think it felt okay. The understeer was actually kind of helping me. As you can see, the 2 Williams cars actually hit, and sorry for this, but you're about to see I got wing damage. I don't know what happened to the recording, but I hit the Williams because there was a big stack up in the chicane, and it caused me to get damaged. So we just pitted. Definitely not the Grand Prix we wanted, but there's always next time in Imola, because I'm not racing Monza because I'm going to a NASCAR race in Darlington, in my state. So as you know, I'm American and I love NASCAR, so we decided that, yeah, rather go to the race and race F1. So yeah, unfortunate, not the way we wanted for this to happen. But you can see an Alpine is going slow. There's another yellow flag. I don't know what that's for, probably for debris or something. And yeah, just kind of one of those days, you know. You don't always have good races at your favorite track, you know. And going through here, you can see a Williams, AlphaTauri, Ferrari, and a Red Bull going across the DRS. Now, as there's a Williams around, I think a Ferrari spun as well. The Red Bull is finna pit because I think he got damaged, and the Alpine is also pitting. So don't know quite what happened there, but you can see the Ferrari and the Williams have DNF, and the Red Bull and the Alpine have also, I can tell you just right now, DNF. So we are on for P10 somehow in this race, in one of the craziest races so far this season, I would say. We are now on for points, or a point. So I'm happy, or not happy, but I'm thinking in my head, at least we're getting something. So, and you can see an Aston pitted. So now we're gonna take 9th, and I was thinking pitting to try to get fastest lap, but I was like, you know, there's no point. Guaranteed points, and we don't know if we're gonna get fastest lap, so let's just take the P9. So going across the line, we are going to take P9 in the Dutch Grand Prix in ERO F2. Definitely not what I wanted. Definitely should have been better, I thought, but I mean, I'll take it. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. So yeah, unfortunate. Definitely wish it was better. Was hoping for like a top 5 at least. I was expecting a podium this race, to be quite honest with you, but like I said, it happens. You can see though, Ferrari, or not Ferrari, but a Mercedes wins. A Haas in 2nd, and I think the Williams in 3rd, if I'm correct. So yeah, brought home some points for McLaren in the constructors, which is nice. And as I said, it's nice to get some points before we go on our little break, as I'm not racing Monza. Unless something comes up, I will be racing Monza. But if not, it does not look like I'm going to be racing Monza. So, or if my plans get canceled, it does not look like I'm going to be racing Monza. So, that's it for me. WR Blax. I will see you guys in Imola later.